Checkmate from CB. Let's see.
So this is a very different video than what I'm sure a lot of my newer viewers are used to. But if you're a bit of an older viewer, you'll know what this video might entail. When I bust out the TF2 gameplay, things get a bit serious. I want to make this video as concise as possible.
Wait, is this just gonna be... What was the other fucking TF2 cancellation video? Who was that? Was that Ouija Pie or whatever? It was someone who was playing TF2 and they were getting cancelled or something.
Just so I can get all the information out there, and so I could just be, done with him, really. And I will state this multiple times. The reason that this video was not to dig up old drama, quote-unquote, but to update the information that I have now gained, and also add some new ones that should have been in the older videos, but just weren't. And yes, I have made videos on the past on him, and so has my friend Jared or SpongeGar. I'll link those in the description. Those will basically set up what I'm doing here, and will give you an idea of who Tucker is as a person before we even start this. And also, a lot of context for what I'm talking about.
Someone in chat is unhappy with this, guys. I don't know what it means. Someone says... Of course, he's also W plus M wanting with the rain blower. Oh, just like walking forward and mashing attack or whatever. Is that like a spammy thing? I guess is that what he's doing?
It is in those older videos, so go ahead and give them a watch if you haven't already. Without further ado, I'll introduce Mr. M.
Can you like play TF2 again? Because I probably would now that it's like not fucked and like a security risk or whatever.
Here. He's had a lot of allegations thrown against him, and whatever I talk about today, I will prove with evidence that in the...
Well, maybe it's your skill issue that you can't get good and get away from his spam weapon, you know? Have you ever thought of that? About
form of screenshots, video clips, or testimony from people who knew him. So without further ado, let's jump into the first topic of discussion. Even back during the original drama in 2021, it was exposed by multiple witnesses that Tucker made inappropriate contact with multiple minors. Original drama in 20...
Okay, wait. Who are we talking
Let's jump into the first topic of discussion.
The pedophile allegation. Oh, man. You know, chat members...
You never see it.
You know, it's just every stream this seems to happen for some reason. Where's the Sangi? God damn it. God damn it, Sangi, not again! I told you to stay out of this goddamn stream, Sangi! Ah, hell, Sangi! What are we gonna fucking do with you? You're a loose cannon, Sangi! I'm giving you one more chance, Sangi! You better not fuck up again! God damn it, Sangi! I need a Tums!
Even back during the original drama in 2021, it was exposed by multiple witnesses that Tucker made inappropriate contact with multiple minors. When he was 14, he got nudes from an 11-year-old and sent them to...
When he was 14, huh? Oh boy, this is gonna be one of those, isn't it? I mean, you know... what do you want? Am I supposed to be the arbiter of, like, teenagers and children? I don't know. Where are your parents? Where are your parents? Why do I need to be your parents?
To a person who didn't want them. This is called transmitting child pornography. Regardless of age, this is a crime. And depending on where you live in America...
don't do it. Yeah, you should have parents tell you not to do it. I don't know why that's supposed to be our job.
You could be added to the sex offender registry list if you're 14 years old or older.
Every day ends with a Tums Festival!
Was at the time, which he even admitted himself. He would force some of his friends to send nudes, and I say force because the person who this happened to confirmed they were coerced into sending nudes by him.
Him and his friend group are toxic and date each other for no reason like a weird cult. We Todd over here. Okay, and I know this is going to be hard for you to answer, and I don't blame you, but it's true that Tucker forced you to send yourself naked to him? Yes, he said specifically, if you don't send nudes, I'm leaving you and you'll be alone. Since I was naive and stupid, I sent them. I'm sorry for asking, but I'm taking this fucker down! I felt that I only had him because he was there, but I loved him so much and he cared so little about my feelings. In short, abuse.
According to the witness, he even said, quote-unquote, if you don't send nudes, I'm leaving you and you'll be all alone, end quote. This is quite simply manipulation.
That's certainly a thing that someone said on Discord. I guess that's legally binding.
Keep in mind, this person was around 12 years old. Tucker was 14. Another tidbit, I'm unsure if it's maybe the same person or someone else.
I mean, so chat, there's people that are, like, new here or whatever that are, like, immediately gonna be like, oh, wow, this sounds bad, you know. But it's like, I don't know, man. I mean, this is just what the fucking Zoomers do now. You know that, right? Like, when people talk about the cancel culture, this is what they fucking mean, where it's like, I don't know why you know, maybe it's true, I guess. It could be, but it's also real easy for someone to literally just say that because they want attention or whatever. Like, on Discord with nothing to prove it so far. Maybe it's true. Maybe we'll get more, but so far, as usual, what we're getting is, they said it happened! Oh, wow. You know, no one would ever do that. No one would ever go on the internet and tell lies, you know, so...
That Tucker had relations with, but at some point he dated a girl when she was 10.
Yeah, he was 1.5 years younger than him, apparently. He was 10. The girl was 10. He was 14. Yeah, I guess it's weird. He's still 14. I don't know. This isn't my problem. This whole thing is weird. I don't want to think about this. This thing where the internet needs to be the fucking, like, arbiters of underage people and their relations and interactions. It's bizarre. It's very strange.
He was 14, and then tried to cover it up by saying he was 13 to make it sound better. He's trying to twist and manipulate the facts to fit his narrative. A separate incident happened when Tucker flirted with someone's friend who was around 9 or 10 years old at the time. He was, quote, being really flirty with her, end quote. Anything I just mentioned here happened...
Yeah, that sounds pretty bad. I agree. This sounds like he's probably a 14-year-old freak. Where are the parents, and why are we supposed to be doing their job and, like, disciplining this child or whatever? Like, I don't know how old this person is now.
Around 3 to 4 years ago, but that doesn't make it right. Tucker knew better than to exploit these young girls who didn't know what they were doing. He did this... He was around 9 or 10 years old at the time. He was, quote, being really flirty with her, end quote. Anything I just mentioned here happened around 3 to 4 years ago.
So he's probably, like, an adult now, I guess? He's 18 or 9... Okay.
But that doesn't make it right. Tucker knew better than to exploit these young girls who didn't...
No, he probably didn't, bro. He's 14. Why are we holding 14-year-olds to a standard like they know anything? This is so bizarre where it's like... Why are we acting like this 14-year-old knows what he's fucking doing or something? I mean, yeah, it's very bizarre. It sounds like what he was doing. Probably needs to have a fucking parent tell him that that's not okay, but, like, it's... You could imagine that a stupid child would not know what the fuck they're doing.
Know what
Just be like, this is fine. She's into it. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It seems like we're supposed to have a high expectation of some level of virtue and understanding from this 14-year-old. I mean, I think the average 14-year-old wouldn't be fucking around with 10-year-olds. That would be very weird, I think. But... Yeah, I mean, I don't know what... Calling out 14-year-olds, this is where we're at, okay.
Doing. He did this with malice intent, not with a weird sort of curiosity. Fast forward to when he's 18 and he...
How do you know what his intent was?
Posted a video where he defends lolly characters. Obviously this...
That's pretty bad. When was this?
With a weird sort of curiosity. Fast forward to when he's 18 and he posted...
Oh, okay, so this is more recent, alright. Yeah, it sounds like a bad pattern of behavior, that's fair.
Posted a video where he defends lolly characters. Obviously this is kind of trivial when compared to what he's done to real people, but it'll make sense in a moment. In this video, which uses a clip from Moist Critical, he describes, quote-unquote, his opinion on lolly and stupid sexual anime weeb shit like that. I'll play the clip now.
First of all, anime is fake. Those like children lolly things, those fucking 900-year-old vampires that look like they're 4 years old, the little cum demons that have existed for 2 millennia, but they look like a 6-year-old, those aren't real people. They are animated fake things.
He actually deleted...
Who deleted what? I'm confused. I'm so confused now. Because this person doesn't have a whole ton of subs, 4,000. I don't know how big this channel is that he's talking about here. Is this the guy down here? Is this him? I had to snag this clip from another streamer. Tucker deleted his original video. What do you mean, his video? We're just watching Critical here. Is this Tucker? Is this Tucker friend person? He's adding nothing to the video and just watching it and saying nothing? Is that Tucker? Or is this the other streamer? What is the... I'm so confused.
Look like a 6-year-old. Those aren't real people. They are animated fake things.
He actually deleted this video, but I have proof that it existed at one point due to this screenshot, which just so happens to go through...
Let me get this out of the way. This is regarding the Vosh situation. I'm not into lolicon, or shotacon, or anything. But if it's a drawing of a fictional character, sure, it's weird, but at least it's a fictional character and not a real child being abused. But if it's actual CP, the person should be executed on sight. I think Twitter freaks water down the term pedophile. Okay, so yeah, we've read stuff like this 1,000 times.
His entire description, where he goes on to defend lolicon and says it's not that bad because it's fictional. He also says he doesn't consider it CP.
The soft sweeping for loli, yeah.
But the government does. And I mean,
it is. It's like, it is better than fucking, I guess, sure. It's like, it's a weird argument to make, though. You doing this Voshian thing where you're like, but actually, King, it's not really like let's not. Let's just, you know, you look like a weirdo.
Proof that this happened after he turned 18, because if you look at the bottom of the screenshot, he talks about the Meat Canyon
I think it's at 1.25.
situation. If you're unaware, Meat Canyon was getting canceled because of an
It's just slightly spit.
animation he made where Tom Brady and his son were making out. It's a really gross animation, and it was made for shock
Like
value.
that Meat Canyon was getting canceled. I never heard about that. He had to say, if you're unaware, too, because it's like, yeah, you probably are unaware that he got canceled, quote-unquote, which is to say he had very little, much like my cancellation right now, very little effects, probably, in the long run. Yeah.
But because he talked about it in this screenshot, proves that he was 18 when this happened. Because for those unaware, Tucker turned 18 in December of 2023. The Meat Cannon's situation happened just over 2 months ago. You're really bad at deleting evidence, dude. Get better at it, please. I think it speaks for...
So, I'm sorry, but, like... I get that this is maybe not good behavior. I gotcha, sure. He's defending Lily, and he did weird stuff years ago with kids younger than him while he was still a minor, but, you know, it's still weird. Totally, sure. I can't get behind this genre of video, though, where it's like some fucking internet guy decides he wants to be the, like, the HR department or whatever, and just be like, well... You fucked up 7 years ago when you were 14, and now you'll never get, like... I just find this whole genre to be distasteful. This whole thing is, it's not my thing. It's not my jam, you know?
Itself, really. Correct, it's not real, but these characters are drawn to look like children. Some of them are actually children in the show. I don't give a shit what the fan wikis say their real ages. A lot of the times they're sexualized by the freaks of the community, and depending on where you look from the damn show itself. He admitted himself that he thinks it doesn't matter if they look young because they aren't real. In the description of the video, he tries to salvage some form of a point. He declares that he isn't into lolly, but thinks they are fine so much as they don't depict...
I mean, like, alright, this is also, like... who is this guy? Who the fuck is this guy, even? I still don't know if this is, like, a real guy with a channel who's, like, a big channel. Or like, he showed the thing for a second here. He showed...
he made where Tom Brady and his son were making it. Shot 23.
My name is... Yeah, this is just some fucking kid. This is not, like, a real channel. I'm sorry. This is not, like, a real... This is another user rant where it's just some fucking people, like... shitting on a guy who has no following and no like, okay. I can see now what this is. Let me see. Me Star Maniac. What is that? Yeah, Me Star Maniac. Okay. Yeah. 3.2k 25k subs. There's stuff talking about Chugga Conroy. Regarding the Gamer Duck allegations. It's just endless the whole thing is like the Chugga Conroy situation. The final response. The allegations. It's just so tiring. But this is a channel with a couple thousand subscribers. And I'm just left like, why do we need to know about this? I don't even know. Like, I guess it's, yeah, I... wouldn't want to sit next to this guy on a bus, you know, but, like, it's not exactly like this is fucking PewDiePie or something. Does this person need to be exposed?
An situation happened just over 2 months ago. You're really bad at deleting evidence, dude. Get better at it, please. I think it speaks for itself, really. Correct, it's not real, but these characters are drawn to look like children. Some of them are actually children in the show. I don't give a shit what the fan wikis say their real ages. A lot of the times they're sexualized by the freaks of the community, and depending on where you look from the damn show itself. He admitted himself that he thinks it doesn't matter if they look young because they aren't real. In the description of the video, he tries to salvage some form of a point. He declares that he isn't into lolly, but thinks they are fine so much as they don't depict IRL children. Oh, what's this? It's an article saying that lolicon is actually a crime.
Yeah, cool, bro. That's awesome. This is not... You really got him there. I'm sure no one knew that already. I don't know. I've watched so many of these now where it's like I just know the ins and outs and I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's just also obvious. I don't know. The way that this is being, you know, delivered or whatever. It's like very sensationalized over something that... I'm sorry, ultimately doesn't really matter that much. This is some nobody fucking YouTube channel that has like a few thousand like user subscribers. No one... Probably not the biggest fucking giga rapoid in the world, you know?
Yeah, that's That's also not a good look. But hold on a second. Look closer at the screenshot.
Although, yeah, he does seem like a weirdo, too. I mean, it's like, it's a nebulous area where I am like, yeah, he does seem like he's right to call the guy out, but also just who gives a shit? I don't know. Why does this need to be a video? This is what it is. It's cancel culture. You're making a YouTube channel out of, I'm gonna expose this guy I know. Like, for some shit, which I guess sounds bad, but do I care? Not really. I don't know. There's lots of fucking people that are weirdos on Discord.
Wow, Whisket's dating minors again?
It's implied big drama as if this is like anybody that matters, but no, who cares?
That's an interesting term. Oh look, it's the definition of again. Huh. Another
Oh my god, dude, this is pedantic. Fuck off.
But in these screenshots I have, we have the person who he was dating saying Whisket's age, saying their age, and both of them admitting they were dating. Tucker knows as much as I do that Whisket's a pedophile, but he's defending him. And if anyone tries to say, oh, what
Tucker? So wait, Tucker's a different person?
if he didn't know? He would've. They were dating for around a month when this screenshot was taken. There was no room for error. Whisket knew, which made him a pedophile, and Tucker knew he was one and defended him. His defense was that it was a misunderstanding.
Despite what I said, it was a huge misunderstanding.
Wow, I guess it was a misunderstanding how he dated a 15-year-old at 18 for around a month. Must have been a slip-up. Oh, what a goof. What a jolly good gaff on that one.
Yeah, sounds bad. I just still don't see why I should care about some random idiots on the internet, though. I'm confused by this. Like, I thought for a moment this might have been like a channel that has some fucking audience or something, but it's just a user. It's literally just users canceling users.
With the same screenshot,
This should be like the role of the fucking parents and police and like maybe, I don't know. Why do I have to watch it?
Earlier with Tucker being flirty with an elementary schooler while he was about the age of an average high school freshman, to put it in a slightly better perspective. The person who was telling us about this talks about his manipulative tendencies. That word puppet has been used to describe how Tucker thinks of his friends by a few—
This is also just screen caps, even if this is all, like, it's all screen caps. I mean, it's just people saying some shit. It's amazing how, like, we haven't come to realize that you need, like, evidence. It's still very effective to just say things about people and just have that be the evidence. And shit can go a really long way when all that they did, all that it starts with is just some comments, some people saying a thing, and that's the evidence. Like, I'd love to see if there actually is some more real proof. I mean, even the one that's, like, supposedly him saying it could have been easily faked, but all of these, at the very least, could just be some bullshit someone's saying. I don't know why that thought never occurs to these people.
people that used to be close to him. And hearing about what he's done to people to get his way, it's crystal clear that he just doesn't care. He only sees his friends as a means to an end. If Tucker has a want, he manipulates his friends into giving him what he wants, regardless of age. Then this person goes on to say, if he apologizes for something, he doesn't mean it. He only wants people to trust him, so he can get dirt on them. Well,
that's everybody nowadays.
More manipulation. This is far from the first time he's used manipulation to get what he wants. He's levied his own suicide to get his way multiple times to multiple people, including Whisket himself. Also, to refute the few of you that might be thinking to yourself,
So Whisket is a pedophile. So is Tucker Friend Person, who's also a pedophile. There's a lot of... there was a lot of teenage pedophiles here. Wow. There's a lot of them in this community, I guess. It's interesting when you see a video like this, and it's this guy, and he's like, yeah, I know all these fucking people that are pedophiles. They're all freaks. I'm the good one, though. Like, alright, why were you in the community? I don't know.
14, he was a kid, he didn't know any better. All of this evidence about his manipulations goes to show that he knew exactly what he was doing, which is why him being 14 at the time is no excuse. He knowingly manipulated people into doing and giving things to and for him multiple times. There was no excuse, and there was no refuting that he is manipulative and has been for years. And because he's trying to brush the fact that Whisket—
So, like, what do you want out of a video like this? I mean, is this just, it's a cancellation video? I guess it is. It's called Checkmate. This is your, like, Keikaku. This is just according to Keikaku. This is your big bomb. You drop the fucking nuke on him. I guess this is just supposed to end his career or whatever. Whoever this nobody's career who doesn't have, or like multiple people? I'm very confused by this, but I just don't get what the point is. It's drama about nobody. I mean, outside of somebody like me, who's really gonna watch this?
the pedophile, he's still doing it to this day.
Tucker?
This one there
I
isn't
barely
much to
knew
say
her.
on. Of course he's racist. Oh, and he also said the N-word in a video that is still public to his channel. Now, I'm playing this clip uncensored
God,
to not
you said the N-word 6 years ago, fool.
kind of dampen the impact of what he said. So there will be uncensored slurs going forward in this video. Just a warning, if you don't like hearing them, you might want to skip past.
Yo, man, why does every Pikachu in my family have to be a fucking chef, nigga? Yo, where the fuck is the fried chicken, my nigga?
Wow. Talk about killing two birds with one stone, the stereotype and the slur in the same sentence. He apparently
I'm sorry, there's just no way you can make a video like this that doesn't come across as just being like a big... I don't know, like a hull monitor. It's like, teacher, he said a racism! Like, I mean, I get it a little more with the pedo stuff, but even then, it's like, you're not the authorities. Why did everyone get this thing up their ass that they need to be... Everyone hates the police, but they want to be the authorities themselves. It's amazing. It's
said the
amazing.
N-word on a constant basis, had drama with apparently 3 different black people, and referred to someone as a black twat. Oh, and there's of course this image. Warning, it is
Oh
wildly
my
offensive.
God. It's
like,
so offensive, guys.
on multiple levels.
On multiple, there are at least 2 levels. It's offensive.
Almost amusing how much his hatred for those different than him is so apparent.
It is almost it's very blatantly apparent. Now we've got another category that I frankly.
You never see it coming.
I mean, on a stream like this, at this time of year, localized entirely within your kitchen.
This one, next to dating younger girls and defending a pedophile, has the most evidence to back it up, and all of this evidence comes from his own brain and his own channel. To start, in his About section, he uses the phrase built like a dead name.
How did this video not include trigger warnings for that N-word swastika? What's up with that? You got a whole N-word swastika, and you didn't tell me that there was going to be racism in this video. There was no trigger warning. What the fuck, dude?
When talking about his old YouTube channel name, and bringing it up with people a part of the trans community, they had the same reaction as me. This is a very inappropriate use of the term. In a video named Not Holding Back Special
Built like a dead name. I don't even know what that means.
announcement, he talked
Kind of funny, but I don't know what it means.
about 10 controversial topics he wishes to cover in future videos. The thumbnail implies him coming out as trans, and even points this out in a comment, but it was a lie. Truly a stretch of the imagination. He not only brings up maps, minor attracted persons,
Oh, and why they're disgusting, okay.
and calls them disgusting. Well, I agree, but it's kind of like watching Ronald McDonald telling you not to eat at McDonald's because it's unhealthy. Kinda shot himself in the foot with that one. He also brings up trans people and his, quote, experience with them, end quote. Now, this part could realistically mean anything, but considering the video is talking about controversial topips
That's not his quote, is it? It says my history. I mean, if you're gonna do the quote-unquote thing, you should quote the actual thing that he said, man.
he himself wants to make videos about, I can almost guarantee it's not going to be good. Makes fun of people for pronouns, calls them mentally ill, and describes pronouns as a fucking illusion, despite having them listed clear as day on his channel. Dude, at least be a bigot with some consistency. Says the
Yeah, no, I agree with that one. That's true.
F-slur in a video. Faggot! Refused to call someone by their
I love that he points. Do you need to? I guess. Like, we don't have any real proof, I guess, that any of the grooming shit is real. It's just, he did this to me. It happened, I swear. But we get all the proof that we need that he said mean words, so that's all that matters. Is this just a user?
Bird name because
Like, we look at the clips of his videos.
some consistency. Says the F-slur in a video. Faggot!
It just seems like he's just a user, like a plush channel or whatever. It looks like Omni King shit.
Refused to call someone by their preferred name because he didn't, quote, respect them, end quote. The list just goes on from there.
Oh boy, oh boy.
There, genuinely too much to mention in this video. Truly deplorable stuff all around. Wait, I was about to wrap up the video, but Tucker then decided to reply to my teaser video in the comments, replied to my comment about his deal on his response video, made an Instagram post about it, and posted me on his story twice. And Jared once. Tucky Bear, if you like me so much,
Wow, why don't you all go outside?
why don't you just say so? I make one teaser video and he starts actively
Not near schools, though, none of you.
crashing out. And even Shitskit got involved. Oh man, you really shouldn't have come.
Shitskit got involved? Man. You know, just as long as he doesn't involve Dark Red Bandito Gamer.
Because this you? Not because... No, this is you. Because if you look in actually your Discord bio, at the time you actually advertised that you were dating this.
God, it just bombards you with stupid bios and shit, and you're supposed to know who these people are, and you're supposed to fucking read it all and, like, give a shit for some reason. I hate this shit, dude.
Person, which is actually crazy. For rough stuff. Regardless of his boyfriend's attempt at damage control, I gotta say his video is one of the worst responses I've ever seen. And it's just to the teaser. So this would be where I would talk about the reaction to my teaser and breaking it down, and I did actually record all of that, but it looks like he took down the video in the story posts he made about me. So unfortunately, that section is not going to be in this video, just because it doesn't make sense to critique it when I don't have the video in front of me to reference to. It'd just be me talking kind of into the void. I will point out a few things. Number one, he never directly disproves any of the statements or any of the screenshots provided in the actual teaser video. He does a lot of petty insults because he just physically can't resist, and also he had nothing
That's P-E-D-D-Y, as in pedophile-ish. Insults that a pedophile would use. Petty.
Else to say, so he just filled it with petty insults. So yeah, I can't really examine it. I still do have the footage in case I do end up finding the video. But yeah, just know that there was a reaction to my teaser video where he ridiculed me, but failed to provide substantial evidence to disprove any of the screenshots that were in my video. I do have a couple screenshots proving the video did exist at one point, but obviously I can't exactly use that.
So this is the guy, CBYT, I guess that's him. He kind of looks like Wendigoon, but with a clown hair on.
To fill the entire video. I'll put him on screen now, and you can see he's very, very petty. You used petty insults to fill your video because you didn't have any substantial evidence to refute any of my claims. And there was a reason to remind people about you, because you haven't changed, and you've shown no evidence of changing. In fact, looking back at your Instagram, whenever you've had a bit of drama, you've posted about it multiple times on your socials. You just can't get enough of it. Also, it's not drama. It's you being a piece of shit. A drama is a back and forth. There's no back and forth. It's me covering.
I mean, but it is just drama. You're making it into just a drama video. You're trying to, like, cancel someone or something. I mean, it's just a drama video, dude. I don't... You can try to pretend it's not. I'm good on the rest of this. Yeah, bad man. Seems like a weirdo, you know, but I also just don't know why the internet needs to, like, vigilante justice everyone. I mean, yeah, I mean, within, like, the friend group, maybe warn each other, hey, this guy's a bit of a fuck, you know? But I don't know that everyone on the fucking internet needs to be privy to this information about some channel that's like tiny. And oh yeah, someone up here named Slugboy Dave, by the way. They're coming for you. They're coming for you, brains. That's right up here, Slugboy Dave. There he is. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm very thankful that people finally left the stream. You know, there's too many people watching. We had like 1,500 people watching, and half of them were stupid. So that half of the people that left that were stupid are gone, and now it's a good chat. And now the chat's better. Bing, bang, boom. Also, probably some good people left. Some, I assume, were good people, but, you know, who's to say? Let's see here. Did I look at this one already? Yeah, I did. This one's DeviantArt. We were going to do a whole DeviantArt themed stream. We don't need that. Let me take a look here. Let me look at Tivvy's cringe list. As we all know, Tivy is the one responsible for me finding Birdie. So, again, any and all hatred to trans people, it's really Tivy's fault, actually. But he's got a cringe list here. He's got some good stuff. Occasionally, some of it's not always a hit, but some of it's pretty good. We got one here. Sounds interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an old friend with a new name. Play the video.
Hello everyone. Now I know you're expecting the King Ollie Show episode 4 being the best and worst internet memes of all time, featuring yours truly, and by yours truly I mean Count Black, to be the next video on my channel, but I have a quick announcement. I have decided that it is time for a rebrand of my channel.
Again.
The reason being is, frankly, I've gotten tired of my old username and I wish to change my username.
He needs to be a new user.
As well as come up with a new name for my avatar.
Wow, it's really happening, guys. So for those that are new, he used to be Dogs Eating Dogs 6.
But new name for my avatar.
He's so quiet now, damn. He used to be Dogs Eating Dogs 6, but then he became Super DED6 Galaxy. And now he's just fucked off with that entirely, and now he's Aster of Aether. Oh my god, Aster of Aether's Mashup Media Galaxy. You know, sure, buddy, why not? Sure.
My channel's new name is Mashup Media Galaxy.
Well, your name's actually Aster of Aether. That's a better name for you. Mashup Media Galaxy? But your actual name on YouTube isn't that.
And as for the new name for my avatar, I am now Asterlight.
What do you mean? I thought you were just like King Ollie or whatever. Or didn't he already? Why does he need to change his name? Whatever. Whatever makes you feel good and you're comfortable in your skin, dude.
This is to add a bit more character to my avatar to differentiate my OC from
Asshole of anus.
me.
Yeah.
I know this will be a massive change from what you guys are used to, and I apologize.
Like, the static of the microphone is louder than he is. What the fuck?
But I feel like this is something that needs to be done. With that said, may the stars shine down on you.
Stars shining my ass. Fucking. Alright, so, yeah, he rebranded. I don't know why that was necessary. But I guess he's back with a new name. There's some other, like, musical-related videos, but that's fine. That's fine. I'm sure they're also just amazing. Wow, he really got some views on some of these, though. I never noticed. Like, he got some real views on some of his videos. 698K for In the True Final Hour of the Grand Finale mashup. Which I think we watched at some point, but... No, there's a bunch of them that are like that. In the Ultimate Final Journey of the Grand Finale got 187,000 views. He's been doing this for a few years now, and he's been doing a pretty, you know, getting some good attention. I don't know. The rebrand thing just seems like bad for your SEO, man. If you do want to grow your channel or whatever, that's probably not a good solution for that. But hey, I hope it, you know, brings you joy. So this is some more of this user. Okay, I remember this guy. Oh. So we had a guy a while ago who had like a girlfriend list. Like a, you know, requirements for dating me kind of thing. Not Captain Alex on this stream, but a different guy. Jay Geis, the Golden Knight. And he has a video here called Jay's Life, a cavalcade of no-win situations. Bad vibes alert! If you're trying to keep your sunny disposition or don't want to further agitate your own depression, capital D, this is not good for you. Make sure you are psychologically stable before proceeding. Well, I've never been psychologically stable. That's why I smoke weed. Golden Knight, yeah.
I swear, God is a sadist. Because of the wise words of that one Star Trek quote, it is possible to commit no mistakes and still lose. That is not a weakness, that is life. And it's just a non-stop fact about my life personally.
Yeah, I'm sure you haven't made any mistakes, man.
Let me get a little more specific for those not familiar with my life. To my friends and family,
Oh boy.
you already know a lot
Someone's out there with the fucking bass mobile.
of this, but this is to the 10 or 20 of you who just decided to stop by and keep me company. I have two main goals in life. I'm trying to find work, and I'm trying to find love. And I've been throwing
Boyfriend-free girls, am I right? You know, they're always taken.
everything in the kitchen sink at it. Arguably, literally. I've even gone so far
What
as
does that mean, arguably, literally? Have you thrown a kitchen sink, or have you not? That's not really up for argument. You just have or you haven't.
to try and be a dishwasher at a local bar.
Oh.
So when I go
Okay.
in for a job interview, the hiring person is so busy and everything, I'm told I'll get an email about when I'll be able to come in next to follow through on it. Okay, fair enough. I head home. So a few days later, next thing I know, the email I get says, "Oh, we've already hired someone else." And I'm just like, fuck! Like,
Just like the Reddit comic. I gotcha.
what am I supposed to do?
I mean, you win some, you lose some, man. You seem to be pretty down about that one situation. I don't know. You gotta just go out there and shoot your shot a bunch, and eventually it'll work, you know?
Try everything. It doesn't matter if it's recording, streaming on Twitch, making YouTube videos, trying to look at job boards, IT, apprenticeships. It's just, everywhere I go, it just never stops. It's always, I'm trying to put my best foot forward, and it's just for nothing.
Yeah, maybe don't act like this. That's fine. Someone says they're planning on suing me for talking about how weird it is that 21-year-old is living with the 19-year-old and acts like they're parent of the 19-year-old, and you know, that sort of thing. I don't know. It just seemed a little strange to me. That's fine. I'm not really pointing any fingers. I just think it's a little weird. But I guess they're trying. Alright, well, that's cool. I guess they really couldn't handle me not liking their video. That's a shame.
Every single goddamn time. So, in case you haven't noticed, frustration is the word of the day.
I thought the word of the day was, well, I was gonna say incel. This guy's got a real cadence about him, doesn't he? The voice that he's using. I mean, like, it's probably, you know, when you say you didn't commit any mistakes, it depends on your definition of a mistake, really.
And the dating site. My brother actually talked me back into going into OkCupid because he had some good luck there. But when I try, I find a whole lot of nada. And what's funny is, the people who end up clicking like on me, not only do I try to, like, intercept that with clicking a like back, because you can do that when you have premium, and then I send a message to them, and then they don't send a message back, but most of the people who do initially do the like to me, it's like the algorithm is trying to pair me up with all of Africa. And the fun...
What? Were they twerking in your direction, Jay? Is that what happened? That's right, Jay.
The funny thing about that is, these people profiles, they hail from Kenya and Uganda, so I'm not even exaggerating. And that wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing, except I don't vibe with any of them. Again, my family and friends already know this, but for the 10 or 20 of you who don't, I've got a very energetic nature.
Sorry, he's talking about, like, what was he talking, like, dating profiles, I think, and he only matches with African women? I guess? Does that mean they're, like, from Africa, and does that mean, first of all, that they're black? Or does that mean that they're, like, actually from Africa? Like, do they live there? Or are you being, like, recommended the entire community of, like, the Ethiopian people that have moved to... I don't know.
Mom describes me as lively and loud. I describe myself as brave and bold. Body of a nerd.
More like belongs in the cold.
Soul of a fighter.
Body of a nerd, soul of a fighter. Well, that ain't much good for you. That ain't much good if your body is that of a nerd. I don't know.
So I want someone who can harmonize with that. And I'll give you an example of an illusion of hope. A couple days ago, there was a Zoom talk I got into. Something about philosophy. Hanging out with the whole EU. People all over, like England, Germany.
Yeah, you might have been getting Kit Boga scammed or something. It might have happened.
France was where the host was, and so on. And there's this one kung fu fighting Asian girl living around those European areas. And that left a good first impression. So we go back and forth with emails, and a couple days later, she's like, I think you should just be friends. And I'm like, but I wouldn't mind having a kung fu fighting Asian girlfriend.
I'm sure you wouldn't, buddy.
Would be badass. Like, I should not complain about friends, because it's better than nothing. It's better than the void. If any of you remember or dig through my YouTube video history, you can look up what I mean about the void. So...
The void, huh? So we got this video, and we've watched his video about Trump over there. Welcome to the void. Okay.
It's me. I just need some space. We can still be work friends.
I have some experience with that. So, allow me to educate you.
Okay, I don't really care.
You can say it's better than the void, but on the other hand, I'm like, at this stage, I'm good with friends. I've got plenty of friends, to be honest. I need a woman I can snuggle, or playfully spar with, or maybe tickle and bite. You know, she would like that sort of thing.
Oh no, Wilbur, no!
But instead, Nope. Just pen pal.
Nope.
Which, again, better than nothing, but another part of me is like, why can't I find someone I can just wrap my arms around?
Or teeth, I guess.
I want to get cuddly on the couch while we watch, like, Hallmark movies.
I want to cuddle my fucking incisors into your goddamn jugular, bitch.
Action movies. And we just snuggle up and just feel good. It's like, aw, it's so sweet. Combined with, like...
Boy, I love when they describe the, like, in the idealized romance that they would have and how sweet it would be. And it's just, man, if only you was real, right?
You know, giving her a nice little massage. It's like, oh, why can't I have that? Why? And then everyone else around me, like my brother, is having the best time of his life, and I'm just like, I want that. I want that.
I mean, it's unfortunate that you are not able to do the things that other people do naturally, but the entitlement and acting like, you know, you deserve to have that because your brother does or whatever is a bit of the problem. It's not the only problem, but it's a bit of it.
Like, imagine that feeling of going to a lavish feast and you're not even allowed to participate in any of it at all.
Yeah, he's doing like an emo Phillips voice, you're right.
You just have to watch through the window because, for whatever God forbid reason, you're just not allowed to enjoy it. You're not allowed to get involved at all. That's what it feels like where I'm at right now. I hate it. And I don't see a way.
Did he call a woman a lavish feast? I'm sorry, what?
Time of his life.
He's having the time of his life, his
like,
brother.
I want that.
Oh.
I want that.
Cucked at every turn, boys.
Like, imagine that feeling of going to a lavish feast and you're not even allowed to participate in any of it at all.
What's the lavish feast? Because it's not the woman. He's not going to the woman, right? The lavish feast is... it's a I think it's just a terrible analogy or whatever it is he's trying to do. I don't think that's,
You just have to watch through the window because, for whatever God forbid...
Yeah, that's true, Autistic Wolf. I mean, this guy seems like he's got some real problems, but honestly...
If you want sex so badly, just get a girlfriend.
Reason, you're just not allowed to enjoy it. You're not allowed to get involved at all. That's what it feels like where I'm at right now.
Succulent Chinese meal!
I hate it, and I don't see a way out of it. I'm trying everything I can think of.
Wow, he is so whiny. Holy shit. He sounds like the guy who wanted white farm male porn, or whatever.
Whether physical or digital, it's like, you got two options. If you don't smile, you chase them away. If you
well, you should smile more, sweetie.
You smile, you get friend zoned. And I'm like, how the
well, frankly, if you smiled, he probably might still chase him away. I wouldn't really assume either are connected.
Fuck am I supposed to get a girlfriend? How am I supposed to find someone I can hug and cuddle? And if this is the best that God throws my way.
Can anyone help me find Amanda Hug and Kiss? I got a phone call here for an Amanda Hug and Kiss. Oh, you piece of shit!
Fuck you, God. You're an absolute sadist, and Christians expect me to believe that you
I mean, this is like incel, but it's not as rageful. It's not like it's... At the very least, we can say he doesn't appear that he's, like, projecting rage onto women for not being with him as much as the other... He's more angry at the Chads than the Stacys, it sounds like. You, the Chads? And they got all of the Stacys? I'll never forget that video. It's so good. Yeah, he doesn't seem to be... I don't know if it's full Elliot Rodger, but it is bordering on that, for sure.
Just like a mother loves her children? Fuck you. Fuck you, Christians, and fuck you, God. Fuck you. It's almost like that's the best I can hope for nowadays. An illusion of hope. Like, if I see someone I like and we start talking, maybe on a speed dating thing, and I really like her, like there was this one person like a week or two ago, really knocked it out of the park on the first impression, really had that super energetic vibe, the synergy about the video games and all that, really great. And
she liked all the same consumerism that I like.
And I try following up. And
You know, it's not like I'm above that, too. It's the same when I was talking about Birdie. Like, you know, I have a bunch of consumerist bullshit, too. I got my Godzilla figures or whatever. I've got Robin from Teen Titans standing on a little skateboard, a little Hot Wheels skateboard. So, like, I'm not immune to propaganda or whatever. You know what I mean? But, I don't know, the way people do, they just, like, immediately, they're like, man, we got along so well. Anime. Oh, well, I guess. It should probably be, like, a deeper, I mean, I love video games. It would be great. You know, I love anime. It would be great to be with a woman who loves anime or whatever. Sure. Games, gamer, whatever. Epic game, whatever. But, like, I don't know, man. That's not really a personality. I mean, if that weren't the case, then it's a lot of these people, it feels like if they aren't also into the same animes and video games and stuff, then they're not a candidate for girlfriend. Well, I mean, I guess that's probably assuming too much. This guy, he might be okay with many different types of girlfriend. I believe his wife, if you want to date me, these are the requirements, his list that he made. I think he did specify white bitches, like, or no black girls or something. I think he did specify.
I get contact info because I want to talk to her more. And then she's like, no, you're pushing me away. And I'm like, come on, I like you. I'm trying to. And then it's just like,
Come on, I've made the effort of talking to you, bitch. Why aren't you throwing yourself at me?
Like, you know,
Take
failed
off your
to follow
clothes.
through. Knocked it out of the park on the first impression, but failed to follow through. I don't know what's going on in their heads, but I know what's going on in my head. That when I'm sending you a bunch of messages and I'm really going out of my way to communicate with you, that's how you know I like you.
Yeah, I get the feeling that they know that already. That's probably not the issue.
That's how you know I'm...
Yeah, the thing about committing no mistakes up here, yeah, you know, I bombarded her with texts. 400 of them, and she didn't know that I liked her. I think that was the problem. She just didn't know I was interested. I needed to send another 200.
Trying really hard, maybe even too hard, to build a strong relationship, to set that foundation so we can work something out, so eventually we can be together in the long future and just enjoy each other. So when she doesn't feel the same way about that, what am I supposed to do about it? It doesn't matter if I'm cool, chill, upbeat, or as insane as that badass from World War I who said frankly he enjoyed the war. It's like...
What a great pull. I like that. You know, I always have bad references. It's just video games and fucking movies or whatever, but this guy's coming at us with the historical jabs. That's great.
No matter what approach I try, it always ends in this either they go quiet or friend zone. And like I said, shouldn't complain about friends, but I'm like, I need a woman. I'm trying to get a job too. I need
a woman, and somebody please love me.
Bills
and a job, please. Yeah, you know, you're right. This is just this is bumblefuck into patheticness. Yeah, this is unfortunate.
Become the breadwinner.
Uh-huh.
Especially now, since there's been big change.
Well, but like...
Woman, I'm trying to get a job too. I need to pay the bills and become the breadwinner.
The breadwinner. I mean, like, it's difficult to find a fucking job, man. I mean, you got some sympathy there. But you just do seem very defeatist to that regard. I mean, you put in one resume or whatever, and they're like, no thank you, we've got someone already, and you're just like, oh, it's all over, bros. We're never recovering from this. I don't know, you'd probably recover from that, you know, and just, yeah, date some Ethiopian girls, it'd be great.
Especially now, since there's been big changes in the family unit. So, I'm supposed to be the breadwinner, but if nobody's going to give me a job, like, no matter what I say, no matter what I do...
Well, don't worry, you don't gotta win the bread for... That implies a family. Like, breadwinner is someone putting bread on the table for their family to eat because they have a family. I mean... You're not really a breadwinner if you're just on your own. I guess you are for yourself, but it's not a term that's usually used in that context, I don't think.
Even with what little skills I have, and I apply
Cookie
to
one,
that,
boing boing!
or I go to a place that would be willing to train me, but other snafus happen that stop the training for whatever reasons. I'm not going to get into too many details. Just know that I've been trying and trying and trying. So much, in fact, that there are so many reasons for me to be...
Why was I so salty watching Birdie's stream? Because society is doomed. Thank you for your question.
Sad and worried.
And I dance on its ashes.
That the primary care physician had erroneously labeled me with major depressive disorder. And it's like,
that's not true. I have violent urges and rage problems, not depression.
I don't have major depressive disorder. I'm just going through heaps of shit. And it just doesn't stop. So either...
that might be depressive disorder, dude. I mean... that's the thing. It's like a chicken and egg kind of deal. It's like, which gave you the problem? Was it the depression? Was it, where, he can't get a job because he seems to be kind of, defeatist. He seems very whiny and like he's given up or whatever already. He can't do that. But he's also, this is some good backwards logic. I like it. It's very approaching Christian. It's pretty good.
Help me, or at least leave me alone. And if you can help me, kindly leave a comment below.
I just wish that this wasn't one frame. He needs to be on camera to really sell this.
Oh, or send me an email or something. Maybe send me something on Twitter, because fuck calling it X. And if you can't help me, then kindly fuck off and leave me alone.
Yeah, kindly fuck off.
Because it's better to do nothing than to do bad. And
I think I know what quote you're going for, and that's not quite it, but sure.
Again, I might go into more detail if you're part of my family or one of my friends, but this recording here is specifically intended for the general public.
Right.
All the crooks, bullies, and other scumbags who love to make fun of me.
All of the freaks and geeks of Gotham at night.
Oh, I'm not going to go into unabridged detail here. But I admit, it's not all bad. At least I've started doing kung fu martial arts stuff, and that really brings out my excitement, my passion for action.
Yeah, he's gonna hook up with that kung fu fighting Asian girl he's after. It's gonna be great.
There's just one problem with it. I'm not at the level where I'm so good people would pay me to do kung fu. I'm just a humble white belt dabbling in taekwondo.
Can we please see those videos? That sounds extremely good.
So, I have to pay to do kung fu and get the level up until I can eventually be competitive, or maybe start a class of my own. So right now, it's like, there are plenty of ways to spend money. You have no way to earn money. You have X amount. Make it count.
Okay, life sucks. Gotcha. So there's a few videos linked here, though. There's a couple of things. Jay Geis's horrible life. We got his DeviantArt. And what's this? I might have seen this. What is this? Have we not looked at his DeviantArt? I guess we haven't. Oh boy. About the Golden Knight. Here we are in DeviantArt, everybody. I know we were going to do a DeviantArt related stream. We still are, just a full DeviantArt stream, but here's a little taste of that. June 9th, 1992. He's older than me, deviant for 15 years. Been getting laughed at by bully scumbags since 2014. I'm a tough person who's been through a lot. Semper Bellum. I'm proud to be a straight white male. What are you gonna do about it? My personality is very steely and intense. And oh wow, it's been a while since I've updated this, like what, half a decade ago? If I were limited by only my imagination, my dream job would be XCOM, or the fictional United States Super Soldiers. I'd be happy to just be the janitor of XCOM. Though what I'd really want is to be either a soldier or the commander. Once again, it's Jerry trying to coach George through getting a job. Like, they usually give those types of jobs to people in the military. For hobbies, I mostly write and play video games. Drawing's just a he writes video games. Drawing's just a byproduct of circumstances, as I have nobody to count on but myself. I'm single, and given my past experiences, I wish I could find my partner and equal. However, with everyone being able to block at the first whiff of disagreement or criticism, my personal mission is to destroy the echo chambers. Sadly, I'm not equipped with any means of actually making that a reality. So, yeah, if you prefer the hard truth, you've come to the right place. Alright, you're gonna die alone and miserable. Let me see here. What's going on his DeviantArt? He's got some featured stuff, but his latest deviations look like they might be good. I gotta log in. I hate logging in. They always log me out on this stupid site. I don't know why. It's very annoying. Come on, get me logged in here. What do you mean pick a username? Fuck off! Fuck off! Oh god, oh my god, Lois. Is it this one? Okay, I think that worked. Yeah, we're in. Okay, so this was a censored comic. This one's age restricted. I had to go into age restricted, like, signed in mode for this. So we're at Florida Motels. This is from 2023. The sucking feels so good. It's not me. Suck, suck, suck. Suck, suck, suck. And then they wake up, I guess they're in the bed, and they wake up, and because the suck, suck, sucking is from the bottom of the bed. Pop! Well, this is awkward. And they both stare, and then she goes, I didn't say stop. Well, what are you waiting for? A legal consent form? Get back to sucking! And, yeah, suck, 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 suck. So that's that comic. Short Bus, Florida Man Sucks Toes. That was the name of it. Oh, I see. Well, I see now what another one of his requirements would be for, finding a girlfriend. Yeah. I see. I like the way her feet both look completely different. Like, completely different styles. What's this one? Is that nudity, technically? Hang on. Yeah, there's a pink circle with a slit in it, and some, an upside-down W beneath it, so that's a penis, I guess. I don't know why he's naked. I mean, yeah, we got this. So, it's Matt, everyone. Part of Hero Team. This is Matt. And then this down here, I guess is Matt naked. That you don't need to see the rest of that. Just imagine a penis directly pointing at the viewer, in this art style. It's really good. Sex, male, sex drive, heterosexual and average. Sure, that's a normal thing to put in one of these. Age, as of 2022, World War III, he's 30. Height, 5 foot, 8 inches. Nude weight, 180 pounds. Armed weight, 300 pounds. Oh. Family, average, has 2 younger brothers that are twins. Rank, First Lieutenant, 02. And we get into this Captain Alex stuff. Personality, adventurous, natural cook, lucky, heavy sleeper, likes the Smurfs. Title, the strong and silent type, eyes and ears. Feats, moonlights a theatrical career, also survived a nuclear glancing hit, ace fighter pilot, 10 jets. Quote, at this point, it'd be heroic to just not die. So that's Matt, everyone. That's him. He's a pretty cool guy. Let's see here. There's another character sheet. Also, naked down here. Yeah, horribly drawn vagina of a fat person. This is Casey, Hero Team. Casey here. This is them. It's like Deadpool in a big, it's like a Deadpool fat suit. And then again naked. And I mean, you know, you can see there's boobs and there's there's other stuff, and yeah, I don't know why it's naked. But it's sex drive. It's complicated. Sex female. And yeah, rocky relation with mom. Insufficient support network. We know that about her family. Artistic, hydrophobic, dramatic, brooding. Titles: The Darkest Hero, The Bull Lifter, Slasher. Quote, you know, I already feel better. It's nice to know I'm not the only sick one around here. And one more here. It's another character sheet. We've got Adam. And Adam is also in this, like, Deadpool-esque, like, yellow, like, blue spandex or whatever. And, of course, is also naked. Down here, you can see there's abs, and, you know, he's got a whole thing going on. Adam. He's also 30. You know, drawn explicitly, like, in a child-like, babyish way. But that's probably the best he can do. He's 30. Height, 6 foot, 0 inches. Nothing documented. No family. Brave, athletic, excitable, friendly. The fastest thing alive. New, reliable. Quote is cheers to the hero team. Alright. So that's Jay Geis. He's got a bit of an interesting DeviantArt. Good stuff. We'll probably look at some more of that sometime.